So I was terminated. People like to be curious and like to be nosy, and already I've been recording like for a few minutes, and I've had like people walking around me looking at what I'm doing. I kind of initiated someone making that mistake, unfortunately, and I never thought that person could have take such a bad decision, but it happened. It happened, and because this is what happened when you have responsibilities, you you make decisions that impact a lot of people, and ultimately can potentially hurt people. What I didn't hurt anybody, but it could have hurt people. And because of the gravity of the situation, my previous employer had no choice but terminating me, which I'm not mad at them. I would probably have done the same for them, but because it was sudden and unexpected, it put me in this very difficult position that I'd like to none of you guys be in ever in your life. I started right away going to that co-working place that is about 20 seconds from my house, so that's super convenient. So the afternoon of being terminated, I was fuming, I was stressed out, I was upset, but in the same time I always have that bounce back attitude in me that told me, hey, do something about it. It happens. Do something about it, go to the co-working place and start looking for a new job. After a week of sending applications, specifically in the digital marketing search engine optimization industry, I realized that I needed a little more on my resume to be able to get a job. So my first mistake I made is, because I wanted to reconvert myself in the digital industry for a while, I thought, that's the perfect situation. I mean, perfect situation. That's a sign that kind of pushes me to doing that now, and I'm gonna have some time to do it full time, and it's gonna be happening fast. What I didn't know was that without any experience, without any certification, that was going to be near impossible. I started learning, going through courses, getting some certifications, and eventually doing some freelance jobs. And that happened. From there, I started to get replies, I started to get emails, and I started to be a little bit more valued on the job market. However, the ratio was pretty low. To give you an example, for 50 applications, I would get maybe one email, 2 emails, and from those 2 emails I will access to maybe one phone call or interview through Zoom. And that was great. That gave me some interview experiences, and it was awesome. I definitely learned a lot from it. And so after 6 weeks of focusing 100% on my reconversion into the digital world, into the digital industry, I decided that it was time to get a job in the industry where I have the most experience, where I have all my experience, which is the food industry. I've been working in the food industry for more than 10 years now, and in various places, various positions, and I can now apply for executive chefs / kitchen managers positions, which pay very, very, very well. And although it is not something I want to do long term, again, I do want to reconvert myself and get a foot into the digital world. I'm at the situation now where my savings are starting. I have eaten away some of the savings, and let me tell you something that does not feel good, eating away your saving to survive, to pay your bills, where you had planned to use those savings for a down payment for a house, for something, or just to keep for something, to invest. So using the saving to pay the bills, that doesn't feel right, and I'm tired of it. So get a job as quick as you can in what you do the best, what you have the most experience in, and from there, even a part-time job, because reconverting yourself, it's time consuming. Ever since, it's been 6 weeks now for me. I've lost my job 6 weeks ago, and I've been working 8 hours a day, just learning new skills, going through courses, and working on my knowledge, and all of that that is necessary to get a foot in a new industry. So, how about a part-time job? Just get a new job, part-time job, as quick as you can. So already, if I have an advice to give any of you who may get laid out or fired and want to do a reconversion into a totally different industry, do that. But first, find a job in your industry where you're going to be finding a job quickly, and that money issue is not going to cause you stress, anxiety, which ultimately is going to affect your ability to succeed in your new industry. So 2 days ago, I decided that it was time for me to get what I call a floater job. Do that. A floater job, which by the way could be great. I could get a really good pay from it, and I could learn a lot from it. But ultimately, I do not want to stay in the food industry. I want to reconvert myself in the digital industry. So ultimately, this is not something I want to do long term, though it is something that could help me financially wise, and I could do for a few months, 2, 3 months, 6 months, and that could relieve the pressure I have right now, financial pressure. I could use that to reconstitute my savings, reduce the pressure, reduce the anxiety, because not having a job and using your savings to pay your bills gets your anxiety up. And yeah, so I started to send applications. I must have sent 20 applications for kitchen managers, executive chefs, all around the places. And guess what? 48 hours later, I've gotten many returns from that, and I landed 3 interviews, which are going to be happening next week. And of course, I'll make videos of that, and I'll update you guys about that. But yeah, things could potentially be moving quite fast from here. Alright guys, I think that's about it for now. I don't want to make something too long as a first video. I will very appreciate that you guys try to listen the whole video to kind of get an overall understanding to what happened to me, and get my intakes and my advices for you. And I'm going to be posting more videos. I like to post a video for each of every single interviews I get from now on, and anything that's going to be happening in my life, I'm going to try to update it on YouTube. So please subscribe to my channel and like my video. This is going to help me a lot to be able to, first of all, to get motivated and make more videos and be able to create a better content, because as of right now, I know it's kind of